Hello, my name is Benji and welcome to Dice vs Cards. Today we go back to the 41st millennium and find out what the deal is with these new 40k core starter sets. Do they provide value for money, and which one, if any, should you pick up? Continuing the trend of previous starter sets, Games Workshop have opted to focus on two armies to shield their larger product range. There is without fail always going to be some vanilla Space Marines on show, and 9th edition is no different. But for the first time, Necrons are being showcased in this type of product. Whilst Marines are a somewhat predictable choice, they do have the added flexibility of being usable in any number of Space Marine chapters, so this still remains a product that will appeal to a wide audience. The Necrons less so, because you either want them as an army or you don't. Of course, you always have options with armies you don't need, be it doubling up with a friend and getting 2 of everything you need and then swapping the rest with your pal, or just flogging the stuff you don't need on eBay. But that's only a worthwhile option if we're getting good value in the first place. So to the topic at hand, Games Workshop have released 4 starter products to date, 3 in unlimited quantity and 1, namely Indomitus, in limited supply. We'll only be touching on Indomitus towards the end of the video, so our focus lies on the small box Recruit Edition, medium box Elite Edition and big box Command Edition. Kicking off with the Recruit Edition, we have an introductory product and one targeted at people that want to dip their toes in to see if they like what they see, or to supplement one of the 2 other boxes. It does provide you with all the tools you need to have a demo sized game, including the rules and data sheets you'll need. A 30 by 22 inch heavyweight paper mat and a cardboard tray that can double as level change scenery. To simplify comparison and the value for money discussion, I'll be judging the models you get in each box by their data sheet's power level. What you're getting with the Recruit Edition is a fairly even 9 power for Marines and 11 power for Necrons. Not quite enough for any meaningful game, but more than enough to learn it. With 1 HQ and 1 troop choice for the Marines, and the same but also a fast attack choice for the Necrons, you do still technically have enough for a patrol detachment, and therefore 2 battle-forged armies. You're also, believe it or not, getting the most value in terms of power per pound $euro, but also model count per Polaro, which puts his middle finger up at the adage, spend more to save more. The only drawback being that this isn't enough on its own to set yourself up with even a minimal 20 to 25 point matched play army. In terms of value for money though, this gets a solid A for painters who want a high model count and an A- for army builders. Next up is your Elite Edition. At double the price you'd expect at least double the value, right? Wrong. It comes packed with all the same accessories as the Recruit Edition, so no upgrades there. But somewhat disappointingly, this is packing only 16 power for the Marines and 18 for the Necrons. Both a little shy of what you would consider a starter army to field in even the smallest match play battle. For the Marines, this time you've got 1 HQ, 1 troop and 1 fast attack choice at your disposal. However, you have a slightly more rounded suite of the same, plus an elite choice for the Necrons. Again, both of these are only enough for patrol detachments. As I've already inferred, not only are you getting less value for money in terms of the power you're getting for your Polaro, you're also paying a decent chunk more per model. In context with standalone 40k products, this is still decent value for money, but when you factor in the potential banana skin of not needing both these specific factions, its lack of comparative value, compounded by the fact that it doesn't get you to your minimum 20 to 25 power army, it becomes quite difficult to sing its praises. As such, we're given a B- for painters and a solid B for army builders. The big box Command Edition is certainly a risky gambit because it is, in terms of model count, the exact same product as the Elite Edition. What you're getting extra for a product that's not a million miles short of double the price is a set of push fit plastic scenery, separately priced at around half the price of the overall box, and a full extract in softback format of the core rules and play variants from the core rulebook. To me, this marks this as a very situational purchase and a slightly unusual flagship core product. It's still, I have to admit, decent value for money so long as you're interested in some scenery, but as we've been grading these disregarding that point, we'll give this a C+ for painters, because strictly speaking you can get your modelling fixed with the terrain, and a C- for army builders. That leaves a little time to briefly touch on the limited supply, so limited that by the time you watch this you won't be able to buy it directly from GW in Indomitus box. When 9th edition was first announced, this was the talk of 40k fandom, because it provided such good value for money, but it was unusually for a launch product released in limited quantities. Thankfully, whilst the pre-orders were a bit of a free-for-all and left many disappointed, GW did give people an opportunity to order a copy to be delivered a little bit further down the line. With that commentary aside, you got a ton of models in this here box, with 48 power from the Marines, including 3 HQ, 2 troop, 3 elite, 1 fast attack and 1 heavy support choice, alongside 47 power for the Necrons, who rocked 4 HQ, 2 troop, 3 elite and 2 fast attack choices. You almost have your starting point right there for 2 Crusade forces. If we were marking it comparably to the other 3 starter sets, it would get an A- for painters, but a solid A+ for army builders. And just in case you're desperate to get hold of a copy, perhaps on the secondary market, a price point around here would still give you comparable value for money with the Elite Edition in terms of cost per model. And even up to this amount if you're predominantly interested in army building. And that doesn't include the fact that you're getting a hardcover rulebook as well, so you might be prepared to go even higher. So there you have it, the 9th edition core starter range. It's a mixed bag really, but like most Games Workshop products, you're still getting decent value for money getting into the hobby. It's then when you're in, you go deep down the rabbit hole. However, that's it from me. I'll see you next time.